Well, um, uh, bad lighting. My luck just might be changing. Um, there's a manager here at Golden Corral, and she says that she wants to rent me out her extra room in her two-bedroom place where she's renting right now. So I'm like, wow, that's great. And I just can't believe it. She's like, oh, I'll just charge you a flat $400 a month. This is where I'm charging everything right now. So I gotta charging up the phone and everything because it's been raining for like the last few days, and I haven't been able to keep up with the charge on everything because of the rain. And it was overcast all day today. So, um, but the good news is that she, the manager here, she has a two-bedroom, and she's, I guess, looking for a roommate to help with half the expenses, or at least help somewhat. So she just wants a flat 400 a month, and she has dogs, so she actually she works between here and Chicago, between two stores. So she spends a lot of time here, and then she goes back to the store in Chicago. So she'd be back and forth. Um, so I pretty much have the whole place to myself when she wasn't here, and then when she was in Chicago, and then when she's here, of course, then, she would be living there and everything. So, but I think it's great. She's a smoker. She smokes like I do. Um, she has dogs of her own in Chicago, so my dog will, like, of course, maybe because she's saying, oh well, I can't have them there unless I have a pet deposit. And I said, well, you don't need a pet deposit for my dog, but we could look into possibly making them service dogs for me, because I can have as many service dogs as I want. So it's quite possible that I could just say, yeah, well, if I'm going to be walking them and stuff like this, when she's not home, when she's not there, then technically, if I'm handling them, then they're a service dog when I'm handling them, or doing any kind of training with them or anything like that. Anytime I touch a dog, it automatically becomes a service dog. Pretty much. Any dog, if I have to take a dog for a walk, or if her dogs or my dog, or any dog I handle, automatically becomes a service dog. That's the way it works. So I can have as many service dogs as I want. There is no law saying that, well, you can only have like X amount of service. No, you can have as many. As a disabled person, I can have as many service dogs as I want. So this makes it all quite possible, even though the dogs would belong to her. But when if I have service ID tags made for them that I can take on and off, like I have Coco's, I can take his on and off. So I could put it on when I'm with them and say, well, yeah, when they're with me, they're service dogs. And then when you take the tag off, she can walk the dog, and so long as she's not using it as a service dog, then that's fine. She can walk the dog and do everything that she wants to do with her own dogs. But whenever I use a dog, it automatically becomes a service dog, because I'm disabled. If I'm using it, it doesn't matter whether I'm just walking it or doing anything with it. If you're disabled, every disabled person is entitled to have a service dog. And whether I'm walking it to go potty, or taking a walk out, walking her dogs out or anything like that, they automatically become service dogs. Whenever I'm handling a dog, it automatically becomes a service dog. That's all there is to it. So, because I need a service dog to help me when I'm walking and stuff like this for mobility reasons. So anytime I handle a dog, it automatically becomes a service dog. Anyway, I try to explain this to her. I hope it doesn't confuse her or put it off or anything. I told her to go to animallaw.info, and there you can go down to the menu, and you click on the one that says service dogs, and then you go to your state, and then it tells you the laws that are there for that state. Like I say, police will not, and any kind of city or governmental, as far as the state and local laws are concerned, don't recognize federal law. So you have to use code section law, which is written into the state's code section laws. And that's the only way that you can have a service dog and make it legal under state law. You have to use the code section laws. If they break those laws, you can charge them with misdemeanors. Severe is, well, at least severe is a Class B misdemeanor, and the most severe is a Class A misdemeanor. But obstructing or trying to stop any disabled person from using a service dog is against the law. And so, any dog I have in my possession is considered a service dog. If I'm handling it for the purpose of using it to help me with mobility or anything like that, it automatically becomes a service dog under state law. But you have to know your code section laws for each state. So, but she said that she would get back to me on Monday. She has to work tomorrow, but she's off tomorrow and she'll work on Monday. She said she was going to get in touch with somebody and see how they would be able to work all this out. She was saying that she wanted to pay the pet deposit. I said, no, you don't pay a pet deposit for my dog. And I said there would be no reason for you to have to pay a pet deposit for your dogs either, because I really need to sit and talk with her and discuss this more thoroughly. But we have the rest of the month to do that, I guess, before I move in. But I really need to sit and talk to her so she understands and knows the laws regarding service dogs, and how this can actually help work for her as far as getting her dogs, if she wants to bring them down when she comes back the next time, when she goes when she goes to Chicago, because I believe she just probably drives there and back. So it would make it possible for her to have her dogs there and not have to be charged more money for the pet deposit, which she would lose. She'd probably lose that money. So, the fact is that if she loses, that's a big chunk of money, and for each dog. She doesn't realize it yet. They're going to want that deposit for each dog, not just one dog. I don't think. It's probably the way it works. I'm pretty sure they want a deposit for each dog, not just all of them. I would think. Not sure. Like I said, I need to sit and discuss this with her, because if I can help her any way I can to save that money, and have her dogs there, that would be, benefit us both. I would have a place to live finally, and I'd also be helping her by, having her dogs there too, at no extra charge or cost to her, which is what I'd like to do. Anytime, let's say that she has to leave and go back to Chicago, so anytime I'm handling, like if she leaves her dogs there for whatever reason, I could handle her dogs and they would be considered service dogs. Anytime I'd have to take her dog, like if I'm there during the daytime, I have to take the dogs out for a walk or anything like that. Anytime I handle a dog, it automatically becomes a service dog. Case closed, end of story. Period. So technically, I can put a service tag on that dog and make it a service. So anytime I use that dog, I can make it a service dog. So anyway, just thought I'd share that with you guys, and things are looking up. Things are looking better. So I finally, hopefully, have found a place to live now. But anyway, take care, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.